He's crazy. Like, actually, he's crazy. That man is sick. Why is that so cute? I hate men. Like, I hate men. I can't. Oh, she has him wrapped around her finger already. He's insane. She's insane as well, not gonna lie. They're happy and in love. What is this? Serial killer? No, he's not a serial killer. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. In this video, we're gonna be doing a reading challenge, attempting to read 100 pages per day because I have way too many books to read. I'm trying to read as much as I can. I've actually done attempting to read 200 pages per day, and that was hard. So I'm gonna do 100 pages at least. You know, I can go up 150 if I can, but at least 100 pages per day. And in this video, we're gonna be focusing on spooky romances. There's a couple books that I have been wanting to pick up that just fit this mood. Today's Monday. We're gonna be doing this for a week. We are going to read until next Monday, and hopefully we can read 100 pages every day. Today we are starting off with the first book. I actually started it last night. I got 12 pages in and then I fell asleep. So we are starting on page 12 today for the book In the Dark by Chelsea Curto. I've read her book before. I read her DC Star series, which is a sports romance series. Was coming out with this book, which is like a Halloween inspired kind of spooky romance. She talks about how this is different than what she writes and it's different than what I read, but I thought that I've loved her writing in the past. I just wanted to check it out. It fits the aesthetic, so we're gonna be reading this. I don't know much about the plot because I didn't read the blurb. I have an idea, but for now I just kind of wanted to intro this video, and I will come back once we start reading. Chapter 4. The main characters just met. They just met very briefly. I'm wondering how they're going to come back together. I mean, it's a book. They're gonna come back together. But I'm just wondering how. We'll see. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm only on page 34, so I still have a lot more to read. I have to get to page 112. Okay. I just said how I was wondering how they were going to reconnect because when they met, she was going through like the horror house thing and he's one of the like masked men, and she got lost and ended up in the back like staff area where he was at. He saw her and he kind of immediately is into her, but he has to take her back out the line, and so it was like a very brief meeting. He's kind of like thinking about her. It's the same night. He's still thinking about her. He's like, I need to find her. He's going to get security to get the tapes, see the car she came in, and get the license plates and literally search her up. All I will say is this man kills people on the side. I guess he's gonna stalk her in order to find her. So we'll see how this goes. I just hit 50-page mark for today. I am on chapter 7, and I will say this book is definitely on the spicier side. The point of this book, I think it's more of a spicy book than plot, which is not my favorite. We'll see. Hopefully I don't DNF. I'm not bored, but I'm not completely obsessed either. So 4:30 p.m. and I am so sleepy, literally falling asleep. I need a midday pick-me-up, and I don't know if I should go make some coffee or have a sweet treat, but I need a little pick-me-up. So I think I'm gonna go make some coffee. Let's go make some coffee. I didn't go to the gym today, so we're gonna go to the park and walk. I'm gonna bring my Kindle with me and we're just gonna have a little walking reading afternoon before dinner, and then maybe I'll go get some ice cream. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still not at my 100-page goal, so I have to read. Hopefully while I walk I can get some progress in. Okay, why am I loving this? I feel like I need to do this more often because it is such a vibe. I love it. I was able to get to page 90 on my walk. I'm gonna get ready for bed, and then I'm going to hop into bed and finish the last 22 pages for me to reach my 100-page goal for the day pretty early. It is 9 p.m. so I'm gonna finish my goal for today and I will update you guys tomorrow. Good morning, it is the next day. Yesterday I did complete my goal of 100 pages. I finished at page 121 and I was supposed to get to page 112, so I just read a little bit more. I wanted to finish the chapter that I was on, and so today we are starting on page 121. So in order to reach my 100-page goal, I have to get to page 221 today. I think it's doable. Today I have mostly an editing day. I have to edit a video and post it. Right now I'm going to read just a bit while I drink my coffee, have my cookie butter latte. I'm gonna have some breakfast and hopefully I can just get a little bit of reading in right now. It is 9 p.m. I haven't read all day, so I'm about to try to stay up and read as much as I can to hopefully get to the 100-page mark. Sadly, this day was very empty on the vlog, but hopefully we actually reach our goal. Hi, happy Wednesday. It is the third day of this reading challenge vlog. Let's give you guys an update. So last night I was supposed to read until page 221. I did not reach the goal. Stopped at like 180, around there, so not that far off, like maybe 170, somewhere along those lines. I don't remember, it was late. I was trying to read. I was like actually trying to read. I was so tired I had to put my Kindle down. Came to the conclusion I wasn't going to reach my goal, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But somewhere it was like 12:40, like almost 1 a.m. I woke up with a stomach ache and I just couldn't fall back to sleep. Somewhere along that timing I picked up my phone and I started reading. I read a bit more and I got to page 209. Now that I think about it, I was only 12 pages away from reaching my goal. 12 pages. If I would have known it was only 12 pages, I would have kept going, but it was like 2 a.m. and I just wanted to go to sleep. I would have reached, but I was 12 pages away. So sadly, yesterday we did not meet the goal. But today, this morning, so I started on 209. I have to get to page 309 today. I'm on a walk this morning, and so first of all, it was so crispy and fresh and just chilly. The perfect fall morning walk. I loved it. I was able to read to page 246 of my book. I read 37 pages on my walk. Not bad, but at least we read a bit more today, because yesterday I didn't start reading until 9 p.m. But I want to talk about the actual book. Honestly, last night when I was reading, I was so close to DNFing. I was 50% in. I was like, okay, I feel like I can push through and read. Right now, I am 77% into the book. I mean, I have like 110 pages left, so I think I'm just gonna finish it today and push through. I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm someone that could read anything, and I know this is a stalker romance, stalkerish kind of serial killer. No, he's not a serial he kills bad people. So both of these characters, Hunter and Max, meet at this haunted house. He's one of the like horror actors. What are they called? Scaring act? I don't know. He's one of those, and they immediately have a connection, or not connection, attraction to each other. She comes back to see him again, and that is how they stay connected. He kills people for a living. People contact him to kill bad people and he will do it. So he's like filthy rich, and as a part-time job he does like the Halloween Horror Nights thing, whatever that's called. She is a first grade teacher or something like that. I don't mind the killing, I don't mind the stalking. He's crazy, like actually he's crazy. I don't mind reading that, okay? He went into her house when she was not home, did her laundry, installed cameras to keep her safe, also watch her. Like all of this stuff is just, it's fiction, and like I'm fine with reading it. But the thing that almost made me DNF is just that I cannot actually connect with these characters, and that's the thing. I'm reading romance, I want the romance, but this book seems to be strictly physical and attraction and lusty and spice, and that's just not my cup of tea. So I'm just trying to finish it. I'm 77% in. Like I said, it's not a horrible book. It's super fast paced. Her writing, which is why I love her other books, is so easy and quick, and you can just literally fly through it. Like I said, I'm not connecting with the characters, which is I feel like the most important part. Plot is fine. Like I know he's insane, she's insane as well, not gonna lie. I don't know, sometimes the things I hear in this book, yeah. Hi guys, it is Thursday. I am in bed. I have cramps. I have my heating pad on. But anyway, I wanted to talk about In the Dark. I did finish it last night. I did complete my 100-page goal. I finished the book, which was like 319 pages, and I had to get to 309 to reach my 100-page goal, which I did. I think I'm gonna rate that a 2-star. Towards the end, I was just skimming, trying to read as fast as possible. I don't regret finishing it, but it's also not like a favorite book, and I was really curious to check out this author's other writing. It's over. We're moving on. I actually have 2 choices for my next read. I have Soul Searching by Lila Sage or Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver, and I feel like this one would be a little bit similar to In the Dark. I don't know, we could possibly pick this up or we could pick this up. I'm not sure what I want to go with. I'm gonna read both in this video. I just don't know what I want to go with next. So I guess I'm gonna go with this next, just because it's shorter and I can hopefully finish it and get on to the next book, because we have 5 days left of reading in this vlog. This book has been on my TBR for a very long time, so I'm glad I'm finally getting to it. Quick update. I just got to page 22, and so far, even though it's a serial killer romance and it has like darker themes based on the trigger warnings, I'm really enjoying the comedic aspect, and the way that it is written feels a little bit more enjoyable. Sloane and Rowan, they are both serial killers, but they both target other serial killers, so they target bad people. He's kind of interested as soon as he sees her. First sentence in his point of view chapter is him admiring her and saying how she's so beautiful. He's obviously a big fan of her work, and so he doesn't want to lose touch with her. He comes up with an idea, and he's like, have you heard of so and so, this new serial killer? Like, let's make it a game. Whoever finds him first wins. And I think that's gonna be like the way for him to kind of stay connected to her. And so I'm guessing that's gonna be the plot of them kind of competing and finding this other serial killer, and whoever gets to them first. Already, I'm really enjoying the banter. I enjoy kind of the buildup of a relationship. I'm gonna keep reading and see how the plot continues, but I think this might be a fun time. We're not that far in. I'm only 52 pages in. I'm loving how she has him wrapped around her finger already. He's just like, it's her world and I'm just revolving around her. That's always a good sign. Oh my god, I just said that she has him wrapped around her finger. He's just so infatuated. They're staying at this hotel. They're next door neighbors, but he shows up to her door to gloat about something. Anyway, she opens and she's like, actually, I'm on my way out. He sees that she's a little bit dressed up and he's like, wait, are you going on a date? Like, she knows she's messing with him, and he's so jealous. She just does it to mess with him. She's like, actually, I'm leaving. And so she just walks away and leaves. Like, literally, he can't even handle himself. He's just pacing around his room. He's over here stressing in his room, heart racing, palms sweaty, worried about whether she might get hurt. And then he gets a text and she's like, I'm fine. And he's like, I wasn't concerned. And she's like, oh, okay. In that case, don't wait up. And he's like fuming. He's so jealous. I love that he's so obsessed with her and she's just like, doesn't care. I love it. I love it. I hate men. Like, I hate men. Not our main character though. Other men. I hate other men. This is sick. That man is sick. Wait, I knew it. I knew it. I love how they're so into and so dedicated of their hobbies. Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. That first sip of coffee, that's perfect. I'm about to get ready. I wanted to do the math on how much I read yesterday. Okay, I read 131 pages yesterday. This is where I'm at. I have this much left. My goal is to finish it today. So yesterday I did reach the goal, but I am worried about today because today is the weekend and I tend to read a little bit less. I'm gonna try and just find some in-between reading time because, like I said, it's just a lot busier for me. Book update. I'm really enjoying it. Last night I got to a part that was so good, not plot wise but just more between them, like their dynamic, and there was kind of like reveals, just the way that the male main character expressed himself to her. It was so good. I was literally kicking my feet. But I will say, if they are, you know that TikTok where it's like, if they're happy and in love, what is this? So I'm like, what could possibly be the rest of the book? I know there has to be some plot of like the serial killer stuff. So excited. I just want to sit down and binge it. I'm just really loving it. Okay, I came home. I have some free time right now. I immediately threw on my hoodie. I'm gonna start my reading for today because we are finishing this book today. We are starting page 242. So we have to get to 342, which this book is 345. So in order to reach our goal for today, we have to finish this book. Basically, it's like 2 extra pages. Okay, our male main character, Rowan, he owns a restaurant. He permanently reserved a table for her in case she ever showed up. Mind you, she's never been here before. She's not from his city. And so when they met, I guess he told his team, his staff, he wrote it down on paper. Table number 2 is permanently reserved for any reservation under the name Sloan, and a description of her. And he's like, inform me immediately if anyone with this name or description shows up. Why? Why is that so cute? I can't. It's not just any table, any booth. It is a table that she would choose. I don't understand how men can be like this. It's because he's fictional. Because there's no way. He's such a caring guy aside from what he does. Which, I mean, he kills bad people to care for other people. Oh, the way that he cares for her. There's this other part of the book where, I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to spoil, but he's feeding her. He's just feeding her. And if you read, you'll figure it out. But why is he so hot? Like, actually, I need Rowan as a boyfriend without the killing because he's literally perfect. I love those books where the female main character at the beginning of the book doesn't feel like she can be loved or feels like no one could love her, and then they find their happy ending. Like, it's not just a relationship, but they find like safe and comfort with a partner. That is just so good. She says, there's relief knowing I can love and be loved. After years wondering if I was so broken that there was room only for vengeance and loneliness in my heart. Yeah. I always notice you, Sloan. Okay, they're happy and in love. I said this earlier, but literally, they're happy and in love. What is this? There's 100 pages. A little bit less than 100, but what is this? Now I know what this is. Time for a quick chat. I don't think I've talked to you guys today. Today is Sunday. Yesterday I did reach my 100-page goal. I did finish Butcher and Blackbird. My rating for this is a 4.5. I'm gonna go more into detail about my final thoughts at the end of this video when I do a wrap up, but as you guys saw, I really enjoyed this. And then I also started this last night. I had like 1 hour left, listening hours on Spotify. I was like, let me listen to a little bit of the audiobook. I fell asleep. When I checked this morning, I was on chapter 4 with no more listening hours. I don't remember past page 2, so I had to restart the book. I'm on page 12, so I'm not that far in. It's 8 p.m. I'm gonna go shower, take off my makeup, put some PJs on, make some peppermint tea, and then we're gonna hop into bed and I'm gonna read. Hopefully we can read our 100 pages because tomorrow is the last day of this challenge and I really want to complete every day. I know I missed one day, so I don't want to miss any more days. It's pretty early, so I think I can do it. Getting some coffee. I usually make my coffee at home, but today I had to come pick up some eggs for breakfast because we are out of eggs. So Dutch Bros is just next door. So that music is so loud, you can hear it with my windows rolled up. I got a medium golden eagle, no soft top. Thank you. Have a good one. You too. Hey, we have our drink. Color is perfect. It's very creamy. Can't really taste coffee, but it's fine. I'll drink it. I have my book. I'm gonna read just a little bit before I have to head home and make breakfast. Oh, by the way, I did reach my 100-page mark yesterday. I'm starting on page 109 today, so that means I have to get to page 209. Go make some dinner, but before I do, I wanted to chat a little bit about this book. 120 pages in, but basically it takes place in a small town. Our female main character from this town, but she moved away and now she's coming back because she has no job, she has no money, and so her parents live here, her sister lives here, so she's coming back for a while just to kind of, I don't even know, she's figuring it out. Sister gets her a place and a job. It is with Brady, so he is an upholsterer. She comes into this town, she's gonna be living with him and working with him, and he recently moved to this town as well, so he's very new. That's kind of what I know so far. And the reason why I picked this book for this video, which is spooky reads, there is ghost in this book. book, and I think that's very interesting. I think it's just like a cute addition to a romance book. Our female main character can actually see ghosts. She can talk to them, she can hear them, but there's an issue going on where she can't hear them or talk to them anymore. So she can see them, but she can't communicate with them, and so she's kind of has this block. It kind of leads to her wanting to figure out what's going on, and as she's talking to Brady, they figure out that they're both kind of struggling and they're both gonna do some soul searching, hence the title. And I guess that's what the plot is going to be, of them trying to figure out themselves and life and all that. Our male main character is kind of already crushing on her, and he's just so enamored with this woman who's just different. I could already tell that he's going to be kind of obsessed with her. Hi guys, it is time for a reading wrap up. First of all, an update on the 100-page goal for each day. I did complete every day except one day, which I think it was Tuesday. And honestly, some days it felt super easy and some days it was a little bit harder just because I was busier. And I noticed that if I don't read throughout the day, I don't get much reading done. Duh. And I do read every night in bed, but if I don't read a little bit throughout the day, I don't know, like at night I just won't read that much because I'll fall asleep. So I think I need to start reading more in the morning or during the day, because that is when I get a lot of my reading done. I think overall we did a really good job because I've done the 200 and those are hard. I'm not gonna lie, but I think this challenge was pretty, I don't want to say easy, because I did have to kind of push myself some days and stay up a little bit late and falling asleep, but I knew that I had to or wanted to reach the 100-page goal. But let's do a quick reading wrap up of what we read this week. Yesterday was the last day of this challenge. We read Monday through Monday. I started with In the Dark by Chelsea Curto. Like I mentioned when I started this book, I picked this up because I've enjoyed this author in the past. Really enjoyed her writing in her hockey romance series. It's not typically what I read, so I was nervous going into it. I rated this 2 stars. Feelings are very physical instead of emotional. There is that emotional connection, but I feel like it just starts off very physical. They were attracted to each other immediately. I think overall for the spookiness of this video, I think it was good because it has like that Halloween aesthetic and the mask and the horror house and all of that. If you're looking for something like that, you will love this. I just couldn't connect with the characters and the emotional connection, and I was not into it at all. I'm not saying it's a bad book because I know some of you would love this book. For me, it was a 2-star, sadly. But then we went on to read a much better book, which was Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. This book has been on my TBR for a couple of fall seasons, and I finally got to it. This was 4.5 stars for me. I really enjoyed it. This book has kind of similar themes to the last, kind of darker themes, but it's written in a humorous way. So it is a dark rom-com. So Sloan and Roan are both serial killers, but they kill other serial killers, so they kill the bad people. They meet at the beginning of the book and they have both heard of each other, but they didn't know who they were until they meet. He's kind of obsessed with her in a way. He just wants to keep seeing her, and so he comes up with an idea of a challenge game situation where they will pick the same serial killer and whoever kills him first wins. And so they kind of do this every year, where they have this yearly competition of finding the same serial killer and killing him. You kind of start seeing them kind of enjoy each other's company, and in between the year they kind of just want to see each other. Sometimes they show up to the other city and they're like, I was just in the neighborhood, and they're not at all. So I really enjoyed this. I think I enjoyed the writing style because it does have dark themes, but the way that it was written, I enjoyed it so much and I had so much fun. It was funny. The romance was really good. Our main character was obsessed, and the things he did for her. I mean, you guys saw me read this and I enjoyed literally everything. I am excited to read the next one because it is Rowan's brother and Sloane's best friend. Okay, last but not least, I picked up Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I picked this up because it has a ghost in it. I'm still currently reading this book, so I'm not going to be able to finish it in this video. 40 pages left. So I'm going to be finishing this later, but kind of overall, right now at the moment, I'm giving this 4 stars. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking it. I don't know, this might be my favorite out of all her books. I've read her Rebel Blue Ranch series and I love that cowboy whole small town. But I'm really enjoying this small town and these characters. I talked a little bit about it, but Collins moves back to her small town where her parents, her sister lives, and she rents a room with Brady. He also has like an upholstery shop, and that is where she's going to be working. Our main character is just trying to figure out, she's a photographer, but she's kind of in a life block slump, and she comes back to this town to try to figure out what's going on. She can also see ghosts, which is the spooky part of this book. Her and her twin sister can see, hear, and talk to ghosts. And also part of that slump of life, she suddenly can't hear them and talk to them anymore. They can't talk to her either. She can only see them, and she's kind of trying to figure out what's going on. Our title, Soul Searching, is literally what she's trying to do. She meets Brady. They spend a lot of time together. They get to enjoy each other's company. She learns to let people in, and she really needed someone to rely on, and that is Brady. And Brady also kind of needed someone, and Collins is there for him. Honestly, the ghost situation, which is why I picked up this book for this video, I was expecting a little bit more of like a mystery, kind of a little more spooky ghost situation, but they are like nice ghosts. They're all nice. I mean, they do like little things, so I was expecting a little bit more ghosty. I mean, I have 40 pages left, but I don't think it's gonna have like a spooky aspect here. I feel like it would have been in the book, but overall I'm really enjoying the romance. This guy is so down bad and obsessed. I mean, he said it himself, and then he told her, I don't think I'm capable of ever saying no to you, or like, I don't think I'll ever be capable of saying no to you. And then he was like, I'm powerless against you, or something like that. Listen, I'm just saying, no man will ever say that. I'm liking Brady. Like I said, I'm not done. I'm gonna finish this later today, but I wanted to give you guys a quick reading wrap up of what we read in this video. 3 books, almost 3 books, 1 week. I'm having a great reading month, let me tell you. And I haven't read this much since 2022, around there. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for reading with me for a whole week. Don't forget to subscribe for more reading vlogs, bookish content, book recommendations, all of that. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.